Welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Welcome to Goat vs. Fish. You finally get to watch the verses. You finally get to watch the verses. You finally get to watch the verses. Celebration for goat. Celebration for fish. Celebration for goat versus fish. On this morning motivational Goat vs. Fish, shall do a call-in stream. You can talk to Goat vs. Fish. We've been learning so much about the goat and the fish and the unifications. We've had a lot of strong academic verses, and we think it's just time that we hear from you, the congregation. On this, the 94th morning motivational of Goat vs. Fish. Exclamation play to join this pre-versus marble race. Just to see who's here, you may play with Goat vs. Fish. We like to play together, don't we, Goat and Fish? Exclamation play to join this marble race of Goat vs. Fish, just as we are here to welcome you on this mighty morning motivational. We see some familiar verses in the congregation. We see Lucid Nap, we believe in you. We see Padistador, we believe in you. Bud Morgan, G5P, we believe in you. Eventually Goldfish, we believe in you. Crazy Awesome, we believe in you. We believe in you. And here is Goat vs. Fish in the corner. Hey, look, it's Goat vs. Fish in the corner. Hey there. Hey, Goat vs. Fish in the corner. Hey, Goat vs. Fish in the corner. Eventually, Goldfish, if you wish to change your avatar, you may exclamation extension like that. Choose from there. Choose from there. Lysergic Freak Fish. That's Goat vs. Fish in the corner. That's Goat vs. Fish in the spotlight. Choosing goats and fishes. Stay Lifted Productions, welcome to the congregation. We welcome you all, we welcome you all. Add it to the list. We think it might be on the list. Well, that is very fine, Lysergic Freak Fish. To thank you for welcoming us to Goat vs. Fish. Lysergic Freak Fish, are you in the Goat going to Freak City? It would be a bit much, but with a name like that, one has to wonder if we'll ever see you at the Freak City. We're just enjoying our morning tea with you here, the congregation. We're getting ready. We're getting ready to get motivated. We're getting ready to get motivationed. We're getting ready to get motivationed. To motivation you, to motivation ourselves. Welcome, GoatVsFish. Welcome, Ras Christofari. Am I the only one watching on YouTube right now? Well, you might be the only one watching on YouTube right now, but you're not the only one watching GoatVsFish. As you can see, TMLisFish is also watching on YouTube now. There are many watching GoatVsFish on twitch.tv/GoatVsFish, and there are several watching on youtube.com/GoatVsFish. YouTube has always proved more of a challenge for GoatVsFish, but that doesn't stop us from bringing the verses to you because you deserve verses. GoatVsFish. Lifted chance watches from all places. Look, we're watching GoatVsFish from all places. We're drinking here from our mug of unification. We've been feeling in a sort of unification mood lately. We've been talking a lot about the unification of goat and fish. We want to ask you how you feel about the unification this versus. That's why we're going to have a GoatVsFish call-in stream. What about you, Ras Christofari? You ask, am I the only one watching on YouTube? Now you find out, no, you're not the only one watching on YouTube. Is GoatVsFish the only one speaking to you now? Is anyone else speaking to you? Stay Lifted Productions says unification is fence-sitting. There can only be one. This is a popular opinion. We would love to hear you pontificate on this on GoatVsFish. GoatVsFish has been watching Severance. Make some noise in the congregation if you have watched Severance. In the verses of Severance, they can take one such as you and separation them, divide them, put a fence in their brains, and divide your very existence into a goat existence and a fish existence. And you may forever wonder which one is which. GoatVsFish is midway through the first verses of Severance. And it's very GoatVsFish indeed. It's very GoatVsFish. There are goats. First of all, there are goats. We have come across the verses, Severance verses 4 or 5, and there are the goats. We have seen some goats. We've seen some young goats. And now they're asking questions about goats. They're asking all these questions about the goats. We have noticed that in Severance there are two colors that are very prominent. There is green for the grass of the land of the goat, and there is blue for the waves of the sea of the fish. And then there is this versus going on between mass data and optics. A very explicit verses. And it's very GoatVsFish. Appreciation for the gifted verses to Stay Lifted Productions. Appreciation for the gifted verses from Lysergic Freakfish. Yes, appreciation. Appreciation for your contribution to the congregation. Appreciation for your contribution to the congregation. So yes, in Severance, green, grass of the goat, blue, sea of the fish. This division between your internal mind of goat and fish. They wonder who's really in charge, the goat or the fish. And then there's this verses of mass data and optics. So much so, there's a propagation. We are led to believe that the fence is propagation, this false verses. The presentation 2 verses 1, in which the goat is attacking the fish. So if you go to the land of the goat, where everything is green, then it looks like an illustration of the fish attacking the goat. Like this. They go, oh, my verse is the fish. The fish attacked the goat. But then later they go to where it's blue like the sea of the fish, and they look at the same verses, but the verses is reversed. And they say, wait a verses, this isn't the same verses. Or in this verses, it was the fish, that if it was the fish that was attacking the goat, in the previous verses, now it's the goat that's attacking the fish. So if you go to the land of the goat, the story is that the fish attacked the goat. But if you go to the sea of the fish, the story is that the goat attacked the fish. And the goat and the fish remain mutually suspicious of one another. Now, goat versus fish may learn many more secrets of Severance in future verses, but we cannot deny that on this episode where they're introducing the goats, goatly introduction, and this reverse verses, very goat versus fish. Very goat versus fish. So Goat versus Fish declares that Severance is really a story about goat versus fish. As you have been informing Goat versus Fish this whole verses. Stay Lifted Productions says, but the fish did not attack the goat. But the fish did not attack the goat. Rasker Safari says, I have Goat versus Fish stickers that I collected by winning marble races or something awesome year and a half ago or so. It's in storage now, but I'll find them and support them as soon as I move north. That's a very fine verses. We're always getting new stickers of Goat versus Fish. Here is the newest Goat versus Fish sticker right here. The white bordered Goat versus Fish with goat and fish illustrations on Goat versus Fish. We appreciate your continued support on Goat versus Fish and Lysergic Freak Fish with the gifted subscription. All hail the fish. All hail the fish. And as we can see, oh hey, it's Goat versus Fish on TV. As we can see, we do have, as you can see, we do have a marble race happening now, and we don't want to bandy about. We don't want to bandy about. You have 60 seconds to join this marble race of Goat versus Fish. It's just a little pre-versus marble race, so exclamation play to join. Exclamation play to join this marble race of Goat versus Fish, and then we'll get right into the verses. Then we'll get right into the verses of Goat versus Fish. We'll get right into the verses of Goat versus Fish. We are making preparations now for the Goat versus Fish hotline. There it is. Looks pretty hot. Looks pretty hot to Goat versus Fish. Looks pretty hot indeed to Goat versus Fish. The font has become somewhat simplification since the previous verses. But we're going to do that Goat vs. Fish hotline. Welcome, DJ Pacey, to 3 consecutive streams on Goat vs. Fish. 3 consecutive streams on Goat vs. Fish. And the marble race begins now. The marble race begins now. Celebration, 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 celebration. The marble race begins now. We've got Crazy Awesome, we've got Lucid Nap, we've got everyone charging from the fence. We got Wow, look at everyone here in Goat vs. Fish. It's a big versus. It's a big versus. DJ Pasty, eventually Goldfish, Bayonin 420, Main Tank. We've even got some here on Goat vs. Fish. Spiked Lemonade is joining Goat vs. Fish. Wow, this is a massive versus. Where are all these Goat and Fish coming from? Oh no, there goes Main Tank 07. There goes Main Tank 07. And here's Crazy Awesome. Here's Crazy Awesome leading now. Crazy Awesome. Oh, my verses. This reminds us of some horny texts that we may have gotten from a goat once long ago. Or Adventure Island by Hudson Soft on the NES. We've got Stay Lifted Productions. And everyone's crowding around Radiator Rabbit Zero. Welcome to Goat vs. Fish. You're new to Goat vs. Fish. Are you goat or fish, Radiator Rabbit? That also reminds us of a game that we used to play when we were but a young Goat vs. Fish that was teaching us. It was like a fence sitter named Reader Rabbit, and they taught us how to read Goat vs. Fish. Stay Lifted Productions manages to stay in, but Lucid Nap makes an aggressive move, risky move. But when you've got a lot of Goat and Fish in competition like this, if you're not making risky moves, if you're not making hot moves, Goat and Fish, then there's just no way that you're going to win today. There's no way the Goat and Fish are going to win today without some hot, risky verses. You've got to take that chance. And here comes Lucid Nap, and Radio Rabbit. Looks like they're going to come in third verse. Where's Wow Mom? And there we have Spiked Lemonade follows Goat vs. Fish. Spiked Lemonade follows Goat vs. Fish. Appreciation. Spiked Lemonade follows Goat vs. Fish. We've got new members of the congregation of Goat vs. Fish. Celebration. Lucid Nap, Wow Mom, Radiator Rabbit. Welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Radiator Rabbit. Radio Rabbit. Welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Radio Rabbit, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. And if we're not fence staking here on Goat vs. Fish, Lucid Nap, celebration for your triumph. If we're not fence staking here on Goat vs. Fish, Radio Rabbit, you are very special to Goat vs. Fish because you are the 6,500th follower of Goat vs. Fish. 6,500 followers of Goat vs. Fish. Make some noise for the 6,500th follower of Goat vs. Fish. Radio Rabbit, 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 yeah. Celebration for 6,500 on Goat vs. Fish. For 6,500 on Goat vs. Fish. I'm exhausted. Fish oil's going up, fish oil's going down. Fish oil's going up, fish oil's going down. But I wouldn't have it any other way. This is just the way I like to play. But there's one versus I like only seeing ever going up, and that's Goat vs. Fish. I love seeing more followers. I love seeing more subscriptions. I love seeing more views. I love seeing more likes. Just make the stats go up and up forever on Goat vs. Fish. Thanks, Radio Rabbit, for being our 6,500th follower on Goat vs. Fish. did we hear that there's a rabbit in the moon? Did we hear that there's a rabbit in the moon? Did we hear that the stonks go to the moon and then they found a rabbit and they asked the rabbit if it was goat or fish? Radio Rabbit! Are you goat? Are you fish? Radio Rabbit! Are you goat or fish? Radio Rabbit! Are you goat or fish? Radio Rabbit! Are you goat or are you fish? Radio Rabbit! Radio Rabbit! Are you goat or are you fish? I'm loving this too much. You're loving this too much. Emergency! Emergency! It's too much love for goat versus fish. It's too much love. It's too much love for goat versus fish. It's too much love. It's too much love. It's too much love for goat versus fish. It's too much love. It's too much love for goat versus fish. And now behold, the ancient versus the ancient versus the ancient versus the ancient versus of Radio Rabbit. Back in a simpler versus before the interwebiverse. When the most fun game around was one that taught you how to read. It's Radio Rabbit. Ah! 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 Is this what they're teaching kids in school? Is this what they're teaching kids in school now? Is this what they're teaching kids in school now? The labeler, the sorter, the oh, my verses. Wow. Whoa. Goat versus fish can't read that fast. Goat versus fish. The hype. They've got a hype train. They've got a match game. Here it comes. Here comes the big reveal. Here comes the big gameplay, goat and fish. It's goat versus fish gaming. We're looking back. We're looking back into the past. We're looking back into the past of goat versus fish gaming. BBDH187 says, I'm old enough to have used this software. Yes. And there's the fence sitter sitting on the fence. Oh, they're just throwing. Just why not throw the gig in the trash? Oh, my verses. No, that's got. False verses. Gob. Ah, the fence sitter's so happy. The fence sitter is so happy that you said some things. But the fence just keeps going on forever. The fence just keeps going on forever. Wow, you've done it. You've done it, goat and fish. You've done it. We can't take it anymore. We can't take any more of this fenciness. We can't take any more of this fenciness. We can't take any more of this fenciness. Apple IIe, something like that. Something like that. Well, we have some new viewers here on Goat vs. Fish. They seem to be enjoying the marbleization race, so Goat and Fish, play again with Goat vs. Fish. Exclamation play again to Goat vs. Fish. Wow, it seems that no matter how many verses we make modifications to this marble race on Goat vs. Fish, it never stays the true shape. We always have to keep making it slightly larger. Slightly larger on Goat vs. Fish. Never wants to stay the true size. Never wants to stay the true size. Oh well. You're just going to have to accept this. The televerses is not quite 1920 by 1080 in proportion. That's the fenciness of it. We'd have to rebuild the whole televerses. Howling Mayhem, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Radio Rabbit, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Bayonet 420, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Spiked Lemonade, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Did they put Goat vs. Fish on the back page of Twitch or something? We were having everyone here joining Goat vs. Fish. Exclamation play, exclamation play. As long as we're all here, all enjoying Goat versus Fish, we'll just keep doing what versus. We'll keep doing what versus. But yes, please like and subscribe to Goat versus Fish. Please like and subscribe to Goat versus Fish. The call-in stream is about to begin. The call-in stream is about to begin. The call-in stream is about to begin. Many of you, make some noise in the congregation. Make some noise if you're new to Goat versus Fish. If you're new to Goat versus Fish. Make some noise if you're new to Goat versus Fish. Spiked lemonade. Spiked lemonade. Are you goat or are you fish? That's the question. That's the question. That's the question on Goat versus Fish. That's the question on Goat versus Fish. Joy Life Art says goat. Joy Life Art says goat. Welcome to Goat versus Fish. Celebration for Joy Life Art. Some say that Goat versus Fish is a versus of joy and life and of art. Howling Mayhem, welcome to Goat versus Fish. Welcome to Goat versus Fish. Let's enjoy some life and some art together with Goat versus Fish. Let's enjoy some joy, some life, some art, some howling mayhem. Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish is Goat versus Fish. And it is what it is. Goat versus Fish, the mighty goat fish. Goat versus Fish is a goat and a fish. And the goat and fish versus. Goat versus Fish brings the verses to you. We promise the verses we tell you are true. What's Goat versus Fish? You haven't a clue. But it is something to do. It is something to do, and it comes from within you. Make some noise for the goat. Make some noise for the goat, for the mightiest goat. Make some noise for the fish. Make some noise for the fish, for the mightiest fish. Goat are always versus the fish. The fish are always versus the goat. And it was written when it was wrote that goat versus fish and fish versus goat. If that doesn't make any sense, just please, oh please don't sit on the fence. No, 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 don't sit on the fence. New to Goat vs. Fish and just joining these marble races, we've got the Goat vs. Fish morning motivation Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and off and beyond. We're building a temple to Goat vs. Fish for the 100th episode coming up soon. Just 6 more episodes with Goat vs. Fish. And the unity of GoatVsFish. And we're racing now, on Goat vs. Fish. I'm wearing my Goat vs. Fish shirt, says BBDH187, and was stopped by a guy to ask about it. He said he will probably fish, and will check out Goat vs. Fish. Celebration! Celebration! Celebration, celebration, celebration. And what do we have here on Goat vs. Fish? What do we have here on Goat vs. Fish apart from the verses that it seems the window just keeps on shrinking on Goat vs. Fish. We tried to make it larger. We make it larger. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Doesn't get any bigger than this. We tried to make it larger. We tried to make it larger on Goat vs. Fish. It keeps getting smaller on Goat vs. Fish. It makes no offense to Goat vs. Fish. It makes no offense to Goat vs. Fish. Why, oh marble race, must you keep changing your size on Goat vs. Fish? Why? Why must you change your size on Goat vs. Fish? You're annoying the fence out of Goat vs. Fish. You're annoying the fence out of Goat vs. Fish. Fencing marbles. Fencing marbles. Just do the verses. Just be on the Goat vs. Fish televerses. Just be on the Goat vs. Fish televerses. Lysergic Freak Fish wins the verses. Yo, tried to make it smaller and it make it bigger. It may. Try to make it smaller. One versus makes you smaller and the other makes you large. Lysergic Freak Fish. That's one marble win for Goat, and that's one marble win for Fish. Grandmaster Ong Fish. Grandmaster Ong Fish celebration. Grandmaster Ong Fish. Celebration Grandmaster Ong Fish. Celebration. It's time now for your morning motivation. It's time now for your morning motivation. But we're just going to keep let you rolling though. We're going to keep let you rolling though. We're going to okay, we have this one versus. So join Goat versus Fish, join Goat versus Fish. But it's time for Goat versus Fish to have a look at these Howling Mayhem. Howling Mayhem is a follower of Goat versus Fish. Celebration for Howling Mayhem who follows Goat versus Fish. Radio Rabbit. We've got Joy Life Alert. Who is not yet a follower of Goat versus Fish. Oh, the congregation is so sad. It's so sad that you don't yet follow Goat versus Fish. What's Goat versus Fish to do? We've got Spike Lemonade. Has been following since 19 minutes ago. Celebration. Joy Life Alert follows Goat versus Fish. Celebration. Joy Life Alert follows Goat versus Fish. Celebration. Spike Lemonade follows Goat versus Fish. Celebration. Radio Rabbit has been following since October 9th, 2022. Oh, my verses. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Radio Rabbit? It's been since the old fence-demic. But you're still here with Goat versus Fish. Art not alert. Oh, my verses. Joy, life. We got the L from the life, and life alert. Joy, life alert. Joy Life Art, Goat and Fish. Make some noise for Joy Life Art. Joy Life Art, do you have some art? Joy Life Art, do you have some art? Do you have an art Instagram? No need to post a link, but what's your Instagram handle? Do you have an Instagram handle? Can I get a fish with ESP, says Bud Morgan. You could get a fish with ESP, but you would have to choose fish. You would have to choose fish in order to get that versus. You'd have to choose fish in order to get that versus. Actually do have art, but I don't have an Insta. I met you at TwitchCon. You made my day. Celebration. For some verses, Twitch decided in their infinite wisdom to actually send out alerts to you all that Goat versus Fish went live. Somehow, this versus. That's why we're getting all of these Goat and Fish. Twitch decided, oh, you've streamed 94 times in the morning? Okay, we'll let your followers actually know. So why don't you, while you're here, you can join the Discord of Goat versus Fish. The link is in the link tree if you wish to join the community of Goat versus Fish, the congregation of Goat versus Fish. If you wish to join the community and congregation of Goat versus Fish, the next marble race is going to begin in 5 minutes, and during that 5 minutes, it's time for your morning motivation. 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 Yes, Goat versus Fish. As we have said, Goat versus Fish has been watching a little televersus called Severance. And it's got us thinking about, it's got us pondering about those divisions, those harsh divisions that you may face during your glorious and beautiful existence. That can be filled with hardships, that can be filled with hard goats, that can be filled with hard fish, and that can be filled with hard fences. But Goat and Fish, many of us we know, feel that we don't belong anywhere. Sometimes we feel we don't belong, even when we are among our loved ones and the ones that are closest to us. Sometimes we feel alone. Sometimes we feel divided. Sometimes we feel separation from our fellow goat. Sometimes we feel separation from our fellow fish. And this can be a difficult versus. Sometimes we feel that we want to participation, but there are all these fences that are dividing us. So some verses we can feel separation from goat, we can feel separation from fish, but we also may feel a separation within. A stark division within. Some of us are goat, some of us are fish, but even a goat or a fish may have within them some fishy thoughts, some goaty thoughts. A goat nature, a fish nature that is within them. The verse is within. So much of Goat vs. Fish is focused on the verses without the verses that's out there in the universe. But it all begins, dear ones of hooves, it all begins, dear ones of fins, with the verses within, And so Goat vs. Fish gives you an inspiration. Goat vs. Fish gives you an inspiration for integration. Goat vs. Fish gives you an inspiration for integration. Just like Goat vs. Fish, when you are feeling challenged by goat, you versus it not with another goat, but with fish. And when you feel challenged by fish, you versus it not with a fish, but with a goat, So, goat and fish, when you are feeling estranged from that which is around you, consider looking within you. And when you are feeling estranged from that which is within you, start looking around you. Start looking around you and notice other congregation members here on Goat vs. Fish. Start noticing other congregation members here on Goat vs. Fish that are all here with you, And there's the verses for the Goat vs. Fish hotline, and we'll be getting to that too, Because Goat vs. Fish has spent time in glorious verses with each and every one of you, and we know that you are destined. You are destined for a glorious integration. Even those parts of yourselves that you have met with scorn and rejection, from others or for yourself. Take a verses to feel some compassion, Are you a goat? Feel some compassion for that inner fish. Are you a fish? Feel some compassion for that inner goat. It doesn't mean you have to be goat. It doesn't mean you have to be fish. As long as you get off that fence, confront the verses within. We know you're strong enough. We know you've got the stuff. Goat vs. Fish sees each and every one of you. We see BBDH187. We see Crazy Awesome. We see Cat Guy Bob. We see eventually Goldfish. We see Dragon Balls 325. And we know that each and every one of you has glorious potential, glorious strength. Not just potential, but strength that you have within you right now, right here, right now on Goat vs. Fish. You have strength right here, right now on Goat vs. Fish. Strength to take all of those disparate parts of yourself and bring them all together into one beautiful, cohesive goat that versus a fish, or a fish that versus a goat. Do not be afraid of any contradictions that you may have within yourself. Goat vs. Fish is a mighty versus. Enjoy these contradictions within yourself. They may make you a very interesting goat or fish. And as long as you can embrace every part of yourself, goat and fish, every part of yourself, just as Goat vs. Fish embraces every part of Goat vs. Fish, every part of Goat vs. Fish, Goat vs. Fish embraces every part of Goat vs. Fish, and Goat vs. Fish embraces you, the congregation. With consent, of course, only if you want to be embraced by Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish embraces the congregation, so that once we are whole within ourselves, we can become whole with one another, and the congregation can just grow and grow and grow and grow, and then you won't feel so alone, But you're not feeling alone, You're not feeling alone only if within yourself you have grown, for you can be surrounded by 1,000,000 goat and 1,000,000,000 fish. You can even be surrounded by fence sitters all around you and goat and fish. You will still feel alone. If you have not mastered the verses within, And that is why we start with the one true question: are you goat or are you fish? And if you can make the choice of goat or fish, then we believe in you, and we know your verses can be true. So believe in yourselves, do a little bit of integration, do a little bit of contemplation with the verses within this verses, with the verses within you. And you will find that once the verses within you are strong, you'll be able to lend that strength out into the universe, and the universe will give strength back to you, And oh, there will be fence times. Strange sounds. There will be fence times, but you're not alone. When you are stronger within, you are stronger to face the fence, and you are stronger to ask for assistance from your fellow goat or fish, and you are stronger to assist other goat or fish when they have fence times too. So celebration to you, celebration to you, celebration for goat, celebration for fish, and celebration to that fence sitter out there who got off the fence this versus and chose goat or fish. Celebration, celebration, celebration for your integration, celebration for your integration. Embrace the division between goat and fish. Embrace the division between goat and fish. And perhaps by embracing the division, the goat and fish can get a little closer together. A glorious unification of goat-fish. Or maybe they'll just keep on versing. Celebration, celebration for goat versus fish! Celebration for goat versus fish. And we have Crazy Awesome. Crazy Awesome is our secret marble winner who won the marble race during the morning motivation. Crazy Awesome, are you goat or are you fish? Crazy Awesome, are you goat or are you fish? Oh yeah. Crazy Awesome, are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? Big fish, celebration more fish. That's 2 fish. Marble wins, that's 2 fish. Marble wins, that's 2 fish, marble wins. That's 2 big fish, marble wins. That's 2 big fish, marble wins. And there we are, There's the old verses, And it's about time. It's about time for our Goat vs. Fish call-in stream, to begin. We did have a gifted verses from Lysergic Freak Fish. We're going to continue our 3-sector analysis of Goat versus Fish. Where in one verses we've got goat. In one verses, we've got fish. And in another verses, we have those of us, goat and fish, who seek unification. And then there's a couple of fence sitters down there on the fence. Speaking of integration, those fence sitters are like, when are we going to be counted among this verses? When are we going to integration goat versus fish? Well, have you tried choosing goat or fish? Have you tried choosing goat or fish? One versus we can say is this. That we have 2 marble wins. We have 2 marble wins for fish from Lysergic Freak Fish and Crazy Awesome. We have 1 marble win for goat, but Lucid Nap has been a goat who has been for unification in recent verses. So we're going to put 1 versus for goat, and we're going to put 1 marble win. 1 marble win for goat. And as for Lysergic Freak Fish, fish for the verses. Crazy Awesome, do you want to versus the fish, or do you seek unification with fish? Dragon Balls 325, it's time for your declarations. It's time for your morning declarations. And we are indeed, Goat and Fish, we are indeed going to do our call-in stream. But before we do, we're going to do our morning celebrations. And we're also going to start a bloop just for fun. Those of you who love these marbleization races, we'll start that bloop just for fun. We'll just get that bloop going here on Goat versus Fish. So by all verses, Goat and Fish, by all verses, you may type exclamation bloop into the chat of Goat versus Fish. And you can start bouncing around. My fish
army is ever growing, and soon I will overthrow the world. Very beautiful, very powerful.
Tyrus with 100 more fish. Tyrus with 100 bits for the ever-growing fish army. And Tyrus doubles the verses. Celebration. Tyrus with 300 more fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish! Celebration for fish! And now, it's time for our morning celebrations. We're going to do some stretches. We're going to do our morning squats to practice getting off of that fence. Cheers to you, Tyrus. Cheers to you, Tyrus, for your continued support of Goat vs. Fish. So here we go. Goat and Fish, here we versus... Here we versus... By the verses, we hear that Sunshine is going to be making a special appearance tomorrow on Goat vs. Fish, a special Wednesday Sunshine. That's what we hear. Okay, Goat and Fish. Let's go down now. Goat vs. Fish is ready to seize the verses. We're ready to seize the verses. We're ready to do this with the congregation. We're ready to do this. Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish can take on the verses. Goat vs. Fish can take on the universe. Goat vs. Fish can take on the universe, and we are going to do it with you beside Goat vs. Fish, along for the ride with Goat vs. Fish. Celebration! Down we go! That's one. Let's get it done. A power versus this time. Normally we go down kind of like this, but this time we're going to go down in a powerful versus like Goat versus Fish like this. Power down. Celebration for two. We believe in you. Come on, Tony. Why don't you join Goat vs. Fish? Come on, Tony. No need to be banned just yet. Not when we're in the middle of doing our morning celebrations. Why don't you join us for the morning celebrations? We believe in you, Tony. It's time to go down. For three. Celebration for three. We believe in you, Tony. You can rise above this fancy station in life. You can rise above your fancy station. You can choose Goat. You can choose Fish. We can have a mighty versus together. It's time for four. Celebration for four. Celebration, yes. Celebration for you. Tony says, I prefer Jehovah. Well, now you've heard it, Goat and Fish. Alcoholics prefer Jehovah. Well, guess what? Goat vs. Fish is here to answer your every verses. Goat vs. Fish is here to answer your every verses. Have you tried? Have you ever tried saying to Goat vs. Fish? Have you ever tried praying to Goat vs. Fish? Celebration. Tony Alcoholic says, I prefer Jehovah. Well, guess what? Goat vs. Fish forgives you, Tony. Goat vs. Fish forgives you. Goat vs. Fish forgives you. It's time for six. And besides, your belief is not an excuse for you not to do your morning celebrations. It's time for six. Celebration for Goat vs. Fish. Celebration. It's time for seven. It's time for celebration number 7. Celebration. And a mighty verse morning to you across the Goat vs. Fish nation. The Irish Island, welcome back to Goat vs. Fish. It's time for 8. It's time for 8. Feeling great. Feeling great. This gift, this very gift of Goat vs. Fish, this very gift of Goat vs. Fish that we get to enjoy together every single versus. What a celebration. Down we go. Celebration, celebration, celebration. That's 8. That's 8. That's 8. Oh, yes, that's 8. That's 8. Main Tango 7 for fish. Main Tango 7 for fish. Main Tango 7 for fish. It's time for 9. It's time for 9. Tyrus with 300 for Goat vs. Fish. Tyrus, celebration. Celebration. Time for 9. Time for 9. Celebration 9, Celebration 9, feeling fine. Yes, Goat vs. Fish last week was feeling a bit over the fence. And now that Goat vs. Fish is feeling stronger and healthier than ever. Yes, stronger and healthier than ever. We're so enjoying with vivaciousness every morning motivation of Goat vs. Fish because we just feel so great. We just feel so great to be here with you. It's time for number 10. 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 Join Goat vs. Fish. Join Goat vs. Fish for number 10. Maybe you have not even done 1 through 9. That's fine. Join Goat vs. Fish for number 10. Join Goat vs. Fish for number 10. Celebration. 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 Celebration! Celebration 10! Celebration 10! Okay, we have done it again. We have done it again for Celebration 10. We have done it again for Celebration 10. A shout out to the Hi-Fi Protege drum kit. Make some noise for the Hi-Fi Protege drum kit. With the Hi-Fi Protege drum kit, why don't you give a follow to Hi-Fi Protege who joined us in this congregation today. Support them for supporting Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish saw Hi-Fi Protege just not so long ago. We saw Hi-Fi Protege at the Comedy Store at the Ding Dong Show. And we have evidence. There's the evidence. It's Hi-Fi Protege at the Ding Dong Show wearing the inverted Bass Pro Shop. Inverted Bass Pro Shop with Goat on the hat. Celebration, celebration. Celebration. And by the verses, Goat and Fish, if you happen to be in Los Angeles, Goat vs. Fish is going to be at a place called The Dime tonight. It's going to be at The Dime around 8 p.m. Come to The Dime. It's just across the street from Cantor's in Los Angeles. Join Goat vs. Fish at the show. At the comedy show, Goat vs. Fish. See some live verses at The Dime. See some live verses at The Dime. See some live verses at The Dime. The musications we were just listening to. Were provided to Goat vs. Fish by who? We don't remember. By KCWM, who just made these guitar licks and said, "Hey, Goat vs. Fish, why don't you just use them? It's just free guitar that you can use whenever you wish." So appreciation, and we give you the shout out, and we give you the shout out. Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish is now going to vacate our glorious nostrils, and when we return, it's going to be Goat vs. Fish call-in stream, so get your Questions ready. Get your questions ready. We'll just get some light background guitar for GoatVsFish. Light background guitar for GoatVsFish. Just light background guitar for GoatVsFish. Light background guitar for GoatVsFish. So let's try all this. Let's try all this. Let's try all this. We can go to here. We can go to here. We can go to here. That fence spot, that's fence spot. We don't need the fence spot over there on GoatVsFish. We don't need that fence spot over there on GoatVsFish. Can't we? Let's ponder this. Let's ponder this. Chat. GoatVsFish. 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 What the fence? What the fence? What the fence? So here we have the chat of GoatVsFish. GoatVsFish, going to have a look now. Show avatar, show username, show messages. Where's the verses where we say don't show bots? Remove the line space after the username. We don't think we need to do that. Chat messages, cheers, announcements. Who needs to see announcements? New subscribers, okay. Power up redemptions, okay. Chat messages, super chats. Where's the verses for where's bots? Bots need verses too. We would like the bot to choose GoatVsFish. We would like the bot to choose GoatVsFish. We would love 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 the bot to choose GoatVsFish. Copy the verses. We've refreshed the verses of GoatVsFish. We refreshed the verses of GoatVsFish. Type away. Maybe the bots will still be here today. Bloop with extreme cuteness. So let's see how it be. Let's see how it be. We believe that GoatVsFish has the GoatVsFish hotline ready to go. We think someone just needs to call 747-221-GVF0, and we believe that we can answer the verses, and we believe that the audio will come through on the living stream, though this is still our new mixer. This is still our new mixer. So there may be some fencenology that we are unaware of that may cause some fenciness, but we believe in GoatVsFish. We can't be afraid of these verses. We can't be afraid of these verses. We can't be afraid of these verses, no. Goat versus Fish is not afraid. Why are we versing? Goat versus Fish wants to ask you, the congregation, why are we versing? Why not form the unity of GoatFish? We want to hear. We want to hear your explanation. We want to hear your arguments. Maybe you don't want unification among goat and fish. Well, we want to hear your argumentation. We want to hear your argumentation. We want a big, robust debate among you goat and fish. We want a robust debate among you goat and fish. We want a robust debate among you goat and fish. That's what we want. That's what we want. That's what we want. That's what we want, yeah. That's what we want. Yeah, that's what we want, yeah. 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 Did we get a shadow verse? Did we get a shadow in the verses? We did not get a shadow in the verses. We did not get a shadow in the verses. Goat versus Fish. Shadow. Add a versus. Shadow. And Goat and Fish. We've got. Ooh, well, that's kind of fun. We've got our first call on Goat versus Fish. We've got our first call on Goat versus Fish. Welcome to the Goat versus Fish morning motivational. Are you goat or are you fish?
Goat versus Fish. We are goat.
Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. If you are listening to Goat versus Fish now, let's just do a little technification. Will you join Goat versus Fish on a little technology check here on Goat versus Fish morning motivation?
I was about to tell you, I can hear you just fine, and the applause and everything. Sounds like everything's working.
Sounds like everything's versing. How about you out there in the congregation? Can you hear our glorious goat caller? Can you hear our glorious goat caller? Psychic Buckeye says celebration for goat. Yes, they can hear you. They can hear you. Welcome to Goat versus Fish. Welcome to Goat versus Fish.
Excellent. Good to be on.
It's great to have you. It's great to have you. So here's what we're going to do. Normally, we are speaking to the goat and fish, and we are making our illustrations on the board of Goat versus Fish. But we thought, why not just do this? Why not have nice, intimate calls with Goat versus Fish? So you have chosen Goat. And Goat, do you versus the fish, or do you seek unification with fish?
In the beginning, it was goat versus fish. It's always been goat versus fish. I'm here to verse the fish.
To versus the fish. Celebration, celebration. You're here to versus the fish. That's one more goat. That's one more glorious goat. That's one more glorious goat. Here to versus the fish. Celebration, celebration, celebration. So, why do you versus the fish? Why do you versus the fish? How do you versus the fish? And why not unify? Why not join the unification congregation?
because it's always been versus.
It's always been
And
versus, yes?
Unification is dedication for our Unification Day. And every other day, I can versus the fish.
Ah, so you save your celebrations of unifications for special days of unification, So what has the fish ever done to you, Goat? What has the fish ever done to you?
They verse me.
They
That's
verse
what
you?
happened.
Ah, sounds tough. That sounds real tough. What's a recent versus? What's a recent versus that a fish gave you the verses? Let's get into it. Let's get into this drama. Let's let the universe know what the fish has done to you. What has the fish done to you, Goat?
So this is where it all went wrong.
Oh, no.
So
no.
So it all started at Hell's Heroes Fest whenever friends and I were debating goat or fish.
Yes.
And my humble friend in this debate fumbled it really hard.
Oh, no.
And it made us goats look really, really stupid.
You look stupid. You look stupid in front of everyone? The fish made you look stupid in front of everyone? Oh, no. What stupid thing did this fish say? Tell us about this hard fumble.
Okay, so I don't want to put him on blast, my fellow goats, or embarrass him even more than the damage has been done. But what happened was he said, you fish are playing chess, but us goats are playing checkers.
This was a goat? Oh, that was the fish said. The fish said the fish is playing chess, the goat's playing checkers.
My fellow goat was saying us goats are playing checker or chess while the fish are playing checkers.
Wait a minute. Who's playing checkers? Who's playing chess?
Okay, so the fish, he claimed the fish were playing checkers, but the goats were playing chess. But then one of the fish piped in and said, wait, I believe one of the biggest chess websites out there is fishchess.com.
Ah, chess.com. Like, we've heard of chess.com.
Fishchess.com. I'm like, oh. He's like, how did you not know that before you said that? I'm like, oh, man. We fumbled it. We lost that versus.
So you were speaking to a fish that you knew, are you blaming the fish for your own fumble now?
Well, it would be wise for me to blame my fellow goats. It's goat versus fish, and then the fish took my grilled cheese.
The fish took your grilled cheese? How dare the fish? How dare the fish take your grilled cheese? Well, you will be happy to know that the grilled cheese is still here with the fish. They haven't eaten it all. You could try to get it back. You could try to win it back. The fish took your grilled cheese. The fish took your grilled cheese. You worked really hard on that grilled cheese. You worked real hard on that grilled cheese.
Indeed, I did.
Oh, my verses.
I'm so upset about it because I love grilled cheese.
You love grilled cheese? Oh, no. Well, how are you going to eat? How are you going to eat when the fish has taken all your grilled cheese? You work hard for that cheddar. You work hard for that cheddar. You work hard for that bread, and then the fish just comes and takes it all away from you? Does the fish even care? Does the fish even care about your hunger, goat, about the hungry, hungry goat?
No, they do not.
No.
And so because of that, I have to verse them until the end of time.
Until the end of time, yes. Well, at least until you get that grilled cheese back. So what's the plan? What's the plan to get back the grilled cheese? What's the What's the goat strategy? We understand you may want to keep secrets from fish. You may not want to reveal it, but we're trying to get this versus going. What would your message be to your fellow goats? What is the strategy to get the grilled cheese back? What do you propose? This is not just a conversation with goat versus fish. You are speaking to your fellow goats. You are speaking to your fellow fish. We want this call-ins on Goat versus Fish to be a forum for discussion about strategy, about how we're moving forward in the verses. So what is your proposition? How do you get back the grilled cheese?
My fellow goats that can hear me, we need to rise up and become stronger. And by that, by spreading the word of Goat versus Fish and choosing people or helping people choose goat. That's what we must do. And us goats must accomplish great things in the name of goat versus fish. So whenever people look at it and see what we've done, they're like, oh, a goat did this, and not a fish.
Deeds of goat, your recommendation, recruitment of goat, and to do
Yes,
strong
we need
goat
more-
deeds so that they recognize the power of goat, And what are some of these deeds? We know who you are, dear goat. We know who you are, dear goat, but would you share with the congregation some of these goat deeds that you are going to be doing, that you're goating to be doing in the near future?
Yes, absolutely. As a goat, some of you who know me might remember me saying that I'm headed to Asia in just a few weeks.
Celebration for Asia.
as
That's
a
a big
goat-
place.
Celebration for Asia!
Celebration.
And as a goat, while I'm in Japan, I must climb Mount Fuji in the name of the goats.
You're going to
And it's been
climb
planned,
Mount Fuji in
and
the
it's
name
been
of goat. Wow. That's a beautiful thing. Are you prepared? Are you prepared for such a climb?
Oh, yeah. We've been weightlifting. We've been running every night for the past 3-4 months. And I feel like I can do it.
Yes, we think you can, but yes, we think you can. We know you can. We know you can, especially because you're doing the proper preparation. Celebration for the proper preparation. Celebration for the proper preparation. We hear that Fuji-sama is not the most difficult climb per se, but it is a long one. It is a strong one. And, of course, it is unwise to underestimate the mountain. The mountain is strong, so you've got to be stronger.
Exactly. And us goats are very strong. We climb mountains all day.
Well, let this be your verses. Let this be your verses. We know that you've got musications to make. We know you've got a lot of verses to do. But the one that you mentioned here to Goat vs. Fish is that you're going to be climbing Mount Fuji. So we want to see the evidence. Safety versed, of course, but we want to see the evidence of your climb of Mount Fuji when you triumph. And we'll review it here on Goat vs. Fish, and we will check in with your progression.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great old time, and I'm excited. And, of course, for all the music that's going to be happening and the more music that, well, that's what you would tell you, but it's more music I have to learn, but in 2 weeks. But we can do it.
You can do it.
No big deal.
Well, here's what we'll say to you. Because climbing such a mighty mountain is such a mighty versus such a mighty accomplishment, and we want to encourage the Goat and Fish with proper preparation to do great things here on Goat vs. Fish. Here's what we'll say. If you triumphantly climb Mount Fuji and you presentation the evidence, you will not win the grilled cheese for Goat. However, it will put the grilled cheese back in contention to allow a new chance for Goat to win the grilled cheese. What do you say to that?
Absolutely.
You show us the evidence, you show us the Mount Fuji evidence, and we'll put that grilled cheese back in contention. It turns out, Goat and Fish, that the fish were keeping the grilled cheese high atop Mount Fuji. And if any goat would go there to claim it, it will put the grilled cheese back in contention. That's a versus on Goat vs. Fish. That was
indeed a versus. A very beautiful versus.
Well, keep us abreast of your progress, and we'll see if that grilled cheese comes back into contention. And appreciation for all of your support of Goat vs. Fish, for your gifting of merch on Goat vs. Fish, for your placing of stickers of Goat vs. Fish, for your musications of Goat vs. Fish, with much appreciation. We hope you come to Los Angeles one versus, and you can enjoy this mighty Hi-Fi Protege drum kit, and we can make glorious celebrations together.
It would be an honor to.
The honor is Goat vs. Fish. Well, thank you for joining this call of Goat vs. Fish. We've got a lot of other callers to get to. We know they're just scrambling. The phone lines are lighting up. So we'll talk to you.
Dear. We better get to them.
We'd better get to them. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Do you have any final verses? Any final verses for the congregation?
I'm working on a new song called Universification. Still a work in progress. I'll probably have it done by the 100th celebration. And all hail the goats.
All hail the goat. And do you have a place that you want them to listen to your musications or follow you on social media or whatever the verse?
Yes. Because some people might have figured out who I am, but on Instagram, Saturn Azura. That's me.
Celebration. Is that Saturn with a V? Satvern?
Yes.
Saturn Azura. Follow Lord Saturn.
Yes,
follow Lord Saturn the goat. Appreciation. Appreciation for calling Goat versus Fish. Appreciation. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat.
Celebration for goat.
Celebration Lord Saturn goat. Celebration Lord Saturn goat. What a beautiful call. What a beautiful call on Goat versus Fish. What a beautiful call on Goat versus Fish. We're going to go and creation a link for you. We're going to creation a link for you for Saturn Azura. Goat versus Fish posts a link here in the congregation so you can all follow Lord Saturn on the Instagram. The link is there for you. So the fish. Oh, and when it comes to chess, Did you know what is one of the greatest artificial minds in chess? Of course, long before what we now come to know as artificial intelligence, they have been building fence bots to play chess. But one of the strongest fence bots to play chess isn't a fence at all. Does anyone know the name? Does anyone know the name of one of the strongest computations to play chess in this versus? Deep Blue, says Lucid Nap. That is a classic versus. That's a classic versus. But there's someone new. There's someone new out there. We've got a new contender. Magnus Carlsen, says Hi-Fi Protege. Well, some say Magnus Carlsen is the GOAT. Some say Magnus Carlsen is the GOAT. We'll show you. You may not believe Goat versus Fish. You may not believe Goat versus Fish. But we have more evidence to show you. Stockfish. Stockfish. Stockfish is a strong open source chess engine. Free open source cross-platform chess engine trusted by grandmasters and leading chess platforms worldwide. Stockfish. Stockfish is big in chess, these verses. Stockfish is one of the most powerful programifications out there. Fish. Continue to join the bloop. Continue to join the bloop here on Goat versus Fish. Continue to join the bloop here on Goat versus Fish. You may continue to join the bloop here on Goat versus Fish. You may continue to join the bloop here on Goat versus Fish. We're just going to put the bloop right there in the corner there. Right there in the corner of Goat versus Fish. Right there in the corner of Goat versus Fish. To remind you that that's still happening. Call in to Goat versus Fish. Call in to Goat versus Fish. 747-221-4830. 747-221-4830. Are you Goat or are you Fish? Are you Goat or are you Fish? But we will accept your declarations here in the congregation as well. If you have not yet declared Goat or Fish, if you're not yet on the board, declare Goat or Fish right here, right now in the congregation. Right here, right now in the congregation. Rain Felicia is here for Goat versus Fish. Rain Felicia, do you want to versus the GOAT, or do you seek unification with GOAT? Psychic Buckeye 12 is GOAT. Lucid Nap, we got your GOAT. Psychic Buckeye 12, do you seek unification? Do you seek unification, or do you seek versus? Do you seek unification, or do you seek versus here on Goat versus Fish? Psychic Buckeye 12 seeks versus. Psychic Buckeye 12 seeks versus. That's another GOAT. That's another GOAT for the verse. Do not feel intimidated to call Goat versus Fish. Do not feel hesitation to call Goat vs. Fish. We wouldn't put this number up here if we didn't want to hear from you. If we didn't want to hear from you, Goat vs. Fish wouldn't be putting this here, So as long as we can hear you loud and clear, and you call sincerely to Goat vs. Fish, that's all we wish. That is all we wish. BBDH 187. BBDH 187. With the verses for fish. Are you goat or are you fish? We're going to scroll up now. See, and what about Hi-Fi Protege? How you feeling this verses? Goat, fish? Hopefully not on the fence. We saw you in the goat hat. We saw you in the goat hat yesterday versus. Inside out fish, goat hat. That's a goat. That's a goat versus. That's goat. That's a goat. That's verse in the fish. Calling in 2 minutes. Just make sure you're clear and safety verse. No need to call Goat versus Fish when you're driving. Safety versed. But we have it. Hi-Fi says they're going to call. Goat versus Fish. Prepare yourselves. Dragon Ball Z 25. Are you goat? Are you fish? Are you feeling fancy this versus? Sometimes you're feeling like a fancy goat. The Irish Island gave Hi-Fi Protege a follow celebration. The Irish Island, are you goat or are you fish? Main Tanko 7 is fish. Main Tanko 7, do you versus the goat? Do you versus the goat? Do you seek unification with goat? Tyrus with 300 bits. Celebration. Cat Guy Bob redeemed a celebration for goat. Eventually Goldfish is in the verses. Fitchcraft fish. Fitchcraft, last verses. Fitchcraft the fish sought verses. Fitchcraft the fish, do you still seek those verses? Do you still seek those verses? Do you still seek to verses those goat? Grimmy says, fish, celebration for fish. Now, we're putting your fish here in the verses, but if you seek unification, you tell Goat versus Fish. If you want unification with Goat, you tell Goat versus Fish. Wrench Stallion says, you can call me Goat. Celebration, Wrench Stallion, Goat. Wrench Stallion, Goat. Wrench Stallion, Goat, do you versus the fish? Do you want to unify with fish? More verses for me, please. More verses for fish. You want more verses? Here's a goat. Here's a goat to bring you verses. The goat versus the fish. Cat Guy Bob redeemed a celebration for goat. And Wrench Stallion seeks unification. A goat seeking unification. Are there any fish out there who are looking to unify? Maybe Rain Felicia is seeking unification. Maybe Rain Felicia is seeking verses. BBDA 27, blooping to your heart's content. Yes, we do still have that verses going. There it is on Goat versus Fish. There's the bloop on Goat versus Fish. Right up there. It never ends. Nothing ever ends on Goat versus Fish. Rain Felicia is feeling unification today. We have now 2 goat and 1 fish seeking unification. We have 3 verses for goat, and we have 5 verses for fish. We have 300 bits for fish, and we have a subscription. We're going to go with this goldfish. Goat versus fish. Interesting verses. We are compelled to go here, but we're going to go with this goldfish. From Lysergic Freak Fish. That's a subscription for fish. And we've got a caller on Goat versus Fish. Welcome to the Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivational Live. You are speaking directly to Goat vs. Fish. Are you goat or are you fish?
I'm as goat as it gets.
Celebration for goat as it gets. Goat. Let's hear it for goat in the congregation. Our last caller was goat as well. Do you seek to versus the fish? Do you seek unification with fish?
Oh, see, that's a complicated question because unification is not meant to be a permanent state, just like happiness. Unification comes when you reach resolution through verses.
So do you want to reach that resolution?
I would like to at some point, but just in a way that you don't forgive somebody who wronged you too early. You have to make sure that through verses you are understood.
And how often do you feel understood, Goat?
Seldom.
Seldom understood.
Seldom.
Seldom understood. So has the fish wronged you? Has the fish wronged you recently?
Yes.
Yes. Tell us. Let's foster a mighty versus. If we want to bring out that unification, we've got to let it all out. How has the fish wronged you, Goat?
I have to do a lot of contract work, and for some of the contracts, I have to have certain clearance numbers. And I was on the phone with the IRS to get my clearance number from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. And then when they finally picked up, they said, oh, yeah, this is the wrong department for that number. You have to call. And I read the number back.
Oh, fence.
Yeah, and I said, I've been on the phone all day. You can't just transfer me? No, that would be against protocol. Yeah, so sorry. But, yeah, that was a very painful versus. And in that versus, the fish was victorious.
So the fish was just wasting your precious time.
Yeah. And what do we have but time? Time is really it.
Fish is wasting the time of Goat. The fish is out there wasting your time, Goat. The fish is out there wasting your time. So how can the fish, if you say that there can be redemption, if you say there can be forgiveness, if you can achieve unification through verses, how do you propose that you can achieve this unification with this fish who has wasted so much of your time and probably some money too?
Yeah, I don't know in that specific situation, because there's a whole orchestration behind that fish in support of that fish. And I think that really shows us as goats, because goats form herds, but we tend to go off and we do our own thing. But fish, they have schools. They become like one unified body, and it's really difficult to compete against that. So if we as goats want to be successful, we have to really band together and make sure that we have one unified vision of what it is to be a goat. And then when we versus the fish, we have to do it as a synchronized group. Not just a herd, not just grazing around wherever you want, just parallel play with your other goats. You have to really be one unified cloud of goat coming upon the fish.
Organization. We have noticed that in recent verses, fish, they've got the kiwi, they've got the orange, they've got the broccoli, they've got the scrimps, they've got the pancakes. Goat has corn dog, hibiscus flower, ramen, and fortune cookie. But fish has really been dominating recent verses. Fish have won twice as many of the recent verses as Goat. Maybe almost 3 times as many of the recent verses as Goat.
Yeah.
It has not always been so.
And you notice that the fish, they're not eating these things that they're taking. They're just taking it to own it. They're just taking it because they want the goat to not have access to it.
So
that's much
those
in
fish,
the
you don't
same
think
way
those
where
fish
that
are even enjoying the spoils of the verses?
Well, that's in the same way the fish just wasted my time, just occupied my whole day. So they just want to keep the goat away. So as goat, we have to make a determined effort to not allow that to happen. So maybe we just need to eat all of the grilled cheese sandwiches before the fish can get it, you know?
Oh, of course.
It's not all fish, but it's always a fish. You know what I mean?
We know what you mean. We know exactly what you mean. And goat are known for eating. Goat are known for eating. It's like the fish. The fish are mocking the goat. They're saying, "Look at all this stuff we can eat too."
But they're not eating it, and that's why we need to just step in. We need to just really have like a great big goat smorgasbord where we just clear it all. Basically, just take all the supplies and put them within ourselves, empower ourselves, instead of allowing the fish to take it away from us. Because, right, like they say, an army runs on its belly, right? So we have to make sure that we make an effort to keep ourselves sustained, to keep ourselves nourished, so that the fish can't deprive us. It's really important.
So what is it that is truly keeping the goat from having this unified front? What would be some organizing principles? What would be some organizing principles that you would suggest that the goat can unify around in order to better versus the fish as one, as you say?
The goat are very independent thinkers, even when they're in a herd, that kind of thing. That they're still kind of doing their own thing. They're in the proximity of each other, and I think that you're never going to have a concession the way that you have with fish, where they can all kind of have that unified thought process.
Never so.
Now, what goat need to do is they need to form smaller groups to create with the smaller objective. And when they are able to meet those objectives within their groups, then the goats have to find some kind of common thread.
Let us suppose that you are starting a group. Let us suppose that you are starting a small group of goat. What would be the organizing principles behind your group of goat? What is your goat objective? What is your goat objective?
I think
Show us how it's done.
My personal goat objective.
Is it just for you? Is it just for you, or is this a collective of goats that you are trying to organize together?
Oh, it's a collective of goats that I'm trying to organize together.
Yes, a small group of goat, not for all goat, but you say that the goats, independent-minded as they are, need to form subgroups, subcommittees within goat in order to accomplish specific objectives. So if you were starting a little goat group, or perhaps if you were searching for a goat group, what sort of objectives would you want to be in that group of goat?
I think that within that group of goat, it should be our main objective would be, because we want to get others on our side. And if you look at the videos of goat online, the one that do the best are the cute little baby goats. We can't stay babies forever, and not everybody is blessed with cuteness, but we want to amplify the cuteness that we have available to us. So I think that our unification should be initially based in cuteness. And that's not in a shallow way. That's just in, we really want to tantalize and intrigue people and have people look at us and say like, oh, I want to be part of that goat business. I don't want to be like glubbing underwater and, covered in scales and eating worms. I want to be part of this like adorable, frolicsome, fluffy cuteness that I see. That's what's drawing them in. We've got to use that cuteness as a weapon. Put our cutest soldiers out front.
Cuteness of goat. Well, if you want to be part of a cute goat coalition, perhaps join the Discord of Goat vs. Fish and start posting pictures of cute goats. Maybe you can start filling the fish chat with pictures of cute goats. Maybe that's what we can do. Can we let us put this versus to you? We say go into the Discord of Goat vs. Fish, go into the fish chat, and post a picture of a cute goat right there in the fish chat.
Oh, yeah.
Right there in the fish chat, and be just like, look at
Let
this
me look
cute
up
goat.
Cute goat.
Would you versus a cute goat like this?
Right.
Now that's a versus of Goat vs. Fish.
Mm-hmm.
We do have the two cute here. It's not currently in contention. This is good. When we do the cuteness, it's going to be such a big versus for the two cute. Who's cuter, the goat or the fish? We know it's going to be a huge versus. So Goat vs. Fish. We do need to put something in contention. How would you like to put something up for contention?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Here we
what
have.
are we talking about?
Well, here's what we've got. We've got a few verses here. We've got salad, cricket, cucumber, baked potato. Now, keep in mind that fish currently has 1 subscription and 300 bits, so they are leading the verses currently. But as a dear caller, you can put something up for contention. We've got carrot, tomato, sliced bread, waffle, pretzel, bowl of rice, 2 muffins, green pepper, macaron, candied corn, spaghetti, pineapple, taco. Taco's a big one. Chicky leg, pizza, daisy, egg, lasagna, hot cocoa.
Okay. Just some clarification: is the cricket the insect or the game?
Well, it's a little difficult to tell here, but it looks like some sort of fence creature. Looks like a creature of some kind. Yes, it could, but who knows what games they're getting up to?
Yeah.
We're showing it now on the stream of Goat vs. Fish.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you. You know, I am gonna go with the cricket. I'm gonna go with the cricket.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Goat and Fish. Cricket is currently in contention. Whoever so wins this versus of Goat versus Fish, or perhaps the cricket can be shared in unification, is going to get the cricket. So if you want to get this cricket, recruit more Goat and Fish, gift your subscriptions, make your tips, use your bits, use your sound alerts, whatever you can do, however you can to get this cricket. Cricket is now in contention. Cricket is now in contention thanks to the leadership of the Goat who's calling Goat. Do you wish to reintroduce yourself to the congregation? Tell them who you are and where they can follow you and where they can see what you do.
Oh, I'm Lucid Nap.
Celebration.
And, you can follow me online at lucid_nap. It's okay if you're a fish. Just expect that there will be some initial verses until we are able to reach a unification. And I just started a Fiverr, but I don't know if it's up yet, but if it is, I'll go ahead and put it in the chat. And you can hire me to make artwork and pretty things like that for you.
Speaking of artwork, we have put some of your artwork on the screen right now. The dancing Goat versus Fish and Sunshine was made by Lucid Nap, who we think we may have just lost contact. But that's okay. It was a glorious call. And the links, you may post the links there in the congregation. Maybe we'll put dancing Goat versus Fish and Sunshine just over there. Maybe just over there. Celebration. That was another glorious call for Goat versus Fish. Mad Paperboy, indeed a glorious call. I love how Lucid Arts Nap is Lucid Arts Nap. Yes, makes a noise for Lucid Arts glorious nap. For Lucid Nap's art, great call. A great call. The greatest call of them all. We've had two goat callers. And let's see what we can see here in the Discord of Goat versus Fish. Let's see what we can see here in the Discord of Goat versus Fish. Let's see what we can see here. Was something posted in Fish chat? Oh my versus! It's happening. It is happening. And we've got another call on Goat versus Fish. But there it is, look. In the Fish chat. Would you versus a goat such as this? Cute goat has been posted in Fish chat. The versus is strong. And welcome to Goat versus Fish. Oh, my versus. Welcome to Goat versus Fish. This is Goat versus Fish, the Goat Fish. You are live with Goat versus Fish. Are you goat or are you fish? Caller, call once more to Goat versus Fish. Fence and logical difficulties. Who could it be? And now it is being a bit fancy to Goat versus Fish. Here we are. Goat versus Fish. End call and answer. Welcome to Goat versus Fish. You are live with Goat versus Fish. Are you goat or are you fish?
I am. Hey, Goat versus Fish. I am goat.
Celebration for goat. Goat and Fish. It's regular stream collaborator. High five protege. Welcome to Goat versus Fish.
That's right. You know what? I had the phone number, the call line saved as the wrong. Before we start, I just want to say that I had the phone number saved as the wrong number. So I was calling this other number trying to get through, and somebody else answered, and she was like, "Hello," and I was like, "Goat versus fish, goat versus fish," and she was like, "I don't know what you're talking about," and I asked her if she was goat versus fish, and then she hung up on me.
Oh, they hung up on you? Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, listen, spreading the verses of goat versus fish is not always easy. Sometimes you will be met with some resistance.
Yeah.
So we celebration. You're advocating for goat versus fish. We truly do. We truly do. Well, Hi-Fi Protege, great to have you back on the verses. You are goat, and do you versus the fish, or do you want unification with fish?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I unification with fish for sure.
Unification with fish celebration. That's another goat. That's another goat for unification. We have now three goats. We have three goats who want to versus the fish. We have 3 goats who want unification with fish, whereas there are 5 fish who want to versus the goat and 1 fish who wants unification with goat. So what is creating this schism among goats that half of them want unification and half of them want versus? What's going on in the land of goat?
You know, I think it's time. You know, it's a peaceful time, and we should continue it. So the way to peace is to unification. So I think that's what the consensus is as far as, like, I'm only one goat. You know, I can only speak for every goat and say that. But I, you know, that's all I can say.
That's all you can say. You can't say any more.
Just for all the other goats.
Well, for yourself, you can, if you...
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to make a plea to your fellow goats, try to motivate your fellow goats to join you on the unification side? What's the case? What's your case for unification?
So I was going to call earlier, but somebody else called. Who was it? Did I drop the call? Who was that?
Well, there was Lucid Nap. Lucid Nap called Goat versus Fish.
Oh, Lucid Nap.
Lord Saturn called Goat versus Fish.
Nap. Yes, and Lord Saturn, she was on earlier.
Yes.
But yeah,
so and now Hi-Fi Protege.
Before they called. Oh, it's done? Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you, too. So I was walking over to go get food, and I was like, I can find out where the versus is right now live if I call Goat versus Fish. So I was like, I'll go for a walk, go get my food, and have a nice chat about where the versus is at, if we're unifying, or what's the good word.
Yes, you can find out what's going on. A nice walk, some food, some Goat versus Fish. That sounds like a beautiful, perfect versus.
So
that sounds like a perfect versus.
You know what color the sky is? You're not going to believe it.
We're not going to believe
beautiful,
it?
Dude.
It's beautiful.
It's blue.
The fence-sitter misspelled unification. So we are.
It's okay.
We have to go and change.
Doesn't matter. I'm not a punctual person, or whatever that word is.
Whatever that versus is. Whatever that versus is. Goat versus Fish.
Yeah.
Chat.
Oh yeah.
Here we
so
are.
We're talking about where the unification's at. So yeah, I mean, I think, you know, I can only say what I think and feel. So I think where we're at about how I feel about this is that we're all unifying. And I think that if Fish meets us at some middle or some ground, anywhere.
That will where do you want to meet the fish? You're out for a walk. You're out for a walk. Where do you want to meet the fish? Do you have a proposition? Where do you propose that the goat and fish meet for a glorious summit to form unification? Where should the unification summit be held?
I mean, on grounds that are, on equal footing. Somewhere where we can both put our feet down, nice and softly, have a nice drink, a nice spirit.
Well, do you have a recommendation? Where's this party at?
It's in the temple.
It's on the Temple of Goat versus Fish. Well, that is a very fine recommendation. That is a very fine recommendation. And we hope you will be joining us. We hope you will be joining us for the temple celebrations. Are you going to be joining us for the temple celebrations, not this weekend, but next?
You know what? I'm starting now, so you guys catch up with me. I'll be celebrating already, and then I'll meet you guys there.
Mighty Versus. That sounds like a great celebration. We would love to have you. We would love to have you. We wonder if you have anything. Goat versus Fish. Yeah. We're trying to create unifications. We're trying to create verses here. Do you have anything to say to any specific members of the congregation? Do you have anyone you want to call out, Goat? Do you have any
sunshine,
call-outs? Do you have any
obviously.
call-outs for anyone in the congregation? Anything you want to say? Any questions you want
I
to
mean,
pose?
Amber Heard,
It
Saturn.
could be anyone. It could be anyone. It's up to you. Yeah.
I mean, I guess like Amber Heard is like a goat. I mean, no offense to her, but did they decide? I mean, I give them a shout out always.
I Can Fix Amber Heard has occasionally flirted with being GOAT, but usually it's after the GOAT have already won the verses. And then as soon as we start singing the Song of Triumph, they're like, "Oh wait, I changed my verses again."
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you say? What do you say to I Can Fix Amber Heard, who their streak of watching GoatVsFish, it was nearing 100, but where are they now? GoatVsFish is going for 100 morning motivationals. Can I Can Fix Amber Heard even contend with the consistency of GoatVsFish? I'm not sure they can. Not sure they can.
Maybe they broke the scale and they saw more GoatVsFish than there was GoatVsFish. You know what I mean?
They broke the scale? Is
they
that
went
a fat
like
dig on GoatVsFish?
Maybe they consumed more GoatVsFish than there is GoatVsFish that could be consumed. So maybe they're like off. You got to catch up with them. You got to maybe once you get to episode 120, then they'll be back. But I'll have already watched everything.
So you think it's too much GoatVsFish for them to handle?
No, they've already consumed all the GoatVsFish.
They consumed all the GoatVsFish. You think that I Can Fix Amber Heard has watched every single verses of GoatVsFish?
And some, yeah. And they made up their own lore. They probably use AI. Hey, look, check it out. Check it out. Have you ever thought of this? AI can fix Amber Heard.
Amber? Oh.
AI can fix Amber Heard.
So maybe I Can Fix Amber Heard is a secret fancy intelligence. It's just a fence bot that's just been fencing around with GoatVsFish. It would make verses. I Can Fix Amber Heard does make sizable contributions to GoatVsFish, and we know that Big Fence is definitely funding the AI data centers. Maybe they're trying to convert GoatVsFish. Maybe they're trying to absorb GoatVsFish into their algorithm.
Whoa. What if they were like, the whole time they were like big fish, and they just wanted like the water? They were like trying to control, like how that affects the areas of the water. Maybe that is a goat.
Maybe it's a counter. Maybe it's a counter goatspiracy because, as you know, have you heard of this sea level rise? Have you heard of the sea level rise?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So this is. Some say that this is a big conspiracy by big fish because if the sea levels rise, then they can claim more of the land of the goat.
Well, then they're not on the land; they're in the water.
Well, that's why it's a fish conspiracy. The fish are trying to raise the sea level to claim more goat land for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe the goat is countering the rising sea levels by creating data centers to suck all the water back up again. It's like, you can raise the sea level, but then we'll just suck the water back up.
They need the water to process the information.
But they need the hydration for the information.
Wow.
Well, there's a lot of salty verses out there. There's a lot of salt water for fish. But these artificial intelligence data centers, they're taking all the fresh verses. They're taking all the fresh verses. Mm-hmm. Yes. There are other thirsty goats out there. There are thirsty goats who are like, why are you wasting this hydration on artificial intelligence when they just want to drink the hydration.
Yeah, are they thirsty? I guess thirsty for land, right?
Are you a thirsty goat? Hi-Fi Protege, are you thirsting out there? Are you thirsting out there, Hi-Fi?
I don't drink water.
Oh, you don't drink? You used to. You used to on GoatVsFish. That was all you ever wanted. You said, more hydration. More hydration.
Hydration is not water. That's different.
It's a different versus. Okay. If you say. We have been admiring your glorious painting. Remember your glorious painting, Hi-Fi.
Oh yeah. It's going up in value. If you haven't looked it up, if you look up on the NASDAQ, it's gone up.
Aging and fermenting deep in the temple of GoatVsFish, absorbing GoatVsFish temple energies. So
yeah, the Kamehameha's coming, baby.
What we think that we can do in order to increase its value is that as we are decorating the temple of GoatVsFish, we can take, if with your permission, your art of GoatVsFish and hang it within the temple of GoatVsFish as a glorious art of GoatVsFish.
We can put like a nice light next to it.
And we can refer to it.
Light it up.
Oh, yes, of course. And we can refer to it and we can still make it available for purchase, but all the while it will be a glorious centerpiece because the congregation of GoatVsFish, the temple of GoatVsFish, we want glorious artistic depictions of goat and fish in many mediums, and we just want to make the whole verses just filled with glorious art of the congregation. And we think that your goat versus fish painting would be just a very fine verses for that.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, you took an idea that I probably already had in my mind somewhere, and you just made it into reality. You know, you really made it flourish. I see some people in the chat, maybe Psychic Buckeye. I give them a shout out too. They're great. Lucid Nap, BBDH 1877. But yeah,
crickets. What are your thoughts on crickets?
I think crickets are the opposite of what they entail. So, like when people say, "Oh, I hear crickets," they're actually making noise. So that it's not really silent. There's somebody actually still making noise. It's like a tree falls in the forest, right? It's like if the cricket makes a sound, is it really quiet?
It sort of sounds like there's some internal contradictions within this creature,
or the way they're identified. You know, like the way people say, like, "Hey, that's a cricket." But it's like just because there's a cricket there doesn't mean that it's quiet or like, you know, not. Let's disagree.
So what happens when
cricket
someone says, "Hey, make some noise for the cricket"? Then what happens then?
It's like a hissing sound, right? Because it's like, so like the crickets make. I don't know. I would just try to make a cricket sound if somebody said, "Make some noise for the crickets." It'd be like, because you want to, you know, I would want to like something familiar for the cricket. So it'd be like, oh, that's like a shout out to me, even though they don't know my name.
So you've been to the comedy places. Sometimes they say that when your joke doesn't land, that they hear crickets. Are crickets?
Yeah, they say crickets.
Are crickets anti-comedy? Are crickets not funny?
I don't know. It's like a lizard thing, right? Like crickets eat lizards, so maybe it's like they want crickets there.
Crickets eat lizards.
Maybe it's big lizard. Maybe big lizard is like hidden, like the cricket. I don't know, those undertones.
It sounds It all sounds very strange to goat versus fish. That's why we have to ask you, congregation members, crickets and lizards, which one's the goat and which one's the fish. We don't know. We don't know. Oh, Dragon Balls 325 redeemed a belly roll. Excuse goat versus fish.
Oh yeah, let's do this. Are you doing it?
We're doing it.
What's happening? I see it. Yeah, I see it.
45 minutes ago, your belly roll has been redeemed.
It's rolling. Oh yeah! Look at that go. I don't think it ever when you raise the shirt, you're just revealing it because it's already happening as the shirt is not revealing it.
Oh, it's always
still happening underneath the
always
shirt.
Always rolling.
It's
We're rolling. We're rolling on goat versus fish. We're rolling on goat versus fish.
That was a great redemption celebration for the
celebration
of the.
So, Lucid Nap has said that they want to unify with Goat. They want the goats to form groups together, cute goats. Are you ready? Are you ready to join Lucid Nap in this verses? Do you agree that the goats have to form groups together in verses like that?
I like that. I was listening earlier about like unifying and creating like a school or some kind of like a commune of some sort of like an army of like a like a force. You know.
So what would be the hi-fi protege goat group principles? A goat group you want to start, or one that you would wish to join?
I mean, top of the list, right? Goat. You're a goat. That is what it is, and we're unifying. Oh, I heard that. Was that a drum? Did I get a rim shot?
That was the kit. That was the kit.
Oh, okay. I thought I got a rim shot there. I thought I got a.
It was more of just a psh, 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 psh.
Oh, okay. Because that's a whole other language right there. I get it. Okay, I get it. Oh, we got another one. Oh. On the phone, it sounds like an actual like if a drum kit was like real and then they made it digital and then they made it real again.
Digital reel, digital reel, digital reel, digital reel again.
Yeah. like a acoustic. Yeah, exactly. They made it back to how it was originally again.
Can we get a blast beat? They ask Goat versus Fish.
Wait. Can you get a blast bleat?
A blast bleat. We would. That would be Lord Saturn. That would be a great name for a song. Blast bleat. We're giving a shout out to Hi-Fi
Goat
Protege.
song?
Follow Hi-Fi Protege here on Twitch or on the Instagram. Can Goat versus Fish get a blast beat? We thought that did a blast beat not require a double bass drum versus, or can you do it with a single
No.
versus?
You just do it with your hands. You just do let's say snare and hi-hat at the same time. And you just do that repeatedly.
Okay.
Snare and hi-hat at the same time repeatedly, and then the bass drum, just do as fast as you can. You're blasting it. It's a blast bleed.
So you say bass drum and hi-hat?
Okay, no. Okay, bass drum's going to be separate by itself, and then you're going to do hi-hat and snare at the same time.
Goat versus Fish. Okay. We'll try that.
Okay, we're going to do, okay,
just
do
all
do that.
as one
This
big
is a little
versus.
bit more advanced. So that's a beginner blast bleed, okay? But the more advanced blast bleed, you're going to go hi-hat and snare, and then you're going to go hi-hat, snare, and bass drum at the same time. That's more advanced. That requires a little bit more.
So what is your recommendation for the first verses?
Just the bass drum and then the simultaneous hi-hat, snare. And then we'll do that.
Okay,
and
well,
then that'll do the blast bleed. Let's do it.
Okay. Goat versus Fish. We're going to attempt this. We're going to
You got
attempt this.
I can already hear it.
We're going to attempt this on Goat versus Fish. We're going to attempt this on Goat versus Fish.
Beautiful angle. I love this. We have
We're going to
mic
attempt this on
movement
Goat versus
from
Fish. Goat versus Fish. First blast bleat attempt.
You can do this too. You can just do snare, and then do hi hat and bass drum. And so you go. So you do snare, and then you do hi hat bass drum at the same time. That's another blast bleed. That's blast bleed number 3. That's even more advanced. But I think you can do that one. Yeah. Yep. That's it. That's right, baby. Oh yeah. Bang the shit out of those drums, Dale. The Catalina wine mixer. So the hi-hat is the one to your left, your immediate left. Did you see the little hi-hat right there?
Wasn't that the verses there? We
It's
step.
a symbol.
We step,
Yeah.
we
But
step
that's
on,
that's
we
to
step on
open and
that.
close it. When you hit it, it makes a different sound. So it opens and closes it. Yeah, you hear it?
So
Watch.
so for hi hat, you want to strike it, or do you want to open close it? The blast
Strike.
bleed.
So yeah, you don't have. There you go. Yeah. So you do hi hat by itself, and then you do hi hat snare at the same time. So you just go. Yep. There you go. Keep going. You do about 16 bleats. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you end it with the crash. You go. Oh, dude, yes. Oh man, that's what... Guys, one's in chat, Good. Are you using double bass? It sounds like double bass.
No, we're just kicking
Yeah,
the fence
okay.
out of it.
The kick, yeah. Sounds like a gong.
Celebration.
If you do like crash ride, if you just kind of hit it a little bit, it kind of sounds like waves. Maybe that would be like a fish thing, kind of like more like shh. So like if you just
Well,
kind of
maybe we'll save that for a fish collar then. Support the drum lessons. Support drum lessons for Goat versus Fish.
wow, yeah, that was awesome. I don't think you need lessons.
That would actually be a fun versus.
Yeah.
Lessons. They
Bringing
can,
a drum coach.
We could set a goal. That would be a fun goal for GoatVsFish, a fun monetization goal. We could find out what would be the cost of drum lessons or guitar lessons or whatever for GoatVsFish, and we just say, hey congregation, pay for another lesson for GoatVsFish.
Yeah.
And you will reap the rewards. You will reap the rewards when we bring our new knowledge to you. We think that would be a very fine versus.
You're just outside the camera shot. You're just like a foot away from it. Outside of
GoatVsFish will invest in all of the new gear, and you just pay for the education and lessons of GoatVsFish. That seems like a fair versus.
Yeah, that sounds like you got a scholarship. Another scholarship.
The Scholar of GoatVsFish.
A scholarship on a boat?
Scholar boat.
You're on a ship?
Scholar? Are you? Thank you for being a scholar on GoatVsFish. You're our latest scholar. Because you're a caller, but you're a scholar. You're a scholar.
Oh, the callers, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe instead of calling you callers, we call you scholars because you are all wise and learning the verses and sharing the verses of GoatVsFish.
Seeking wisdom.
Yeah. Next scholar. We like this. Next scholar. Thank you for being our most recent scholar. Thank you for being a scholar on GoatVsFish.
You are all scholars, and I was going to say gentlemen, but that's very specific. And goats and fishes.
Well, enjoy your walking about. Thank you for being a scholar on GoatVsFish. Appreciation for Hi-Fi Protege. Thank you for your many
Good luck, all
contributions.
your other scholars. Good luck, future scholars. Bye.
Bye. Appreciation, the Hi-Fi Protege drum kit. That was Hi-Fi Protege Celebration. And GoatVsFish, the lines are now closed. GoatVsFish, we know you want to call GoatVsFish, but guess what? Birdbrain is going to be coming by the studio because GoatVsFish, Birdbrain is assisting GoatVsFish. Birdbrain is assisting GoatVsFish in building out the temple of GoatVsFish. We're still building out the temple of GoatVsFish, and so we have to make our preparation. We have to make our preparation to do this. We have to make our preparation to build out the temple of GoatVsFish just for you. Let's check in on our bloop, shall we? Let's see what's happening on our bloop. We enjoyed that. We enjoyed having call-ins on GoatVsFish. BBDH187 with 12,773 bloops for GoatVsFish. The Space Coyote, welcome to GoatVsFish. Dang, how'd you get so good at drums? Just commitment of GoatVsFish. Just commitment of GoatVsFish. Exclamation tip. If you tip GoatVsFish 100 verse American dollars, if you tip GoatVsFish 100 verse American dollars, we will use it for a drum lesson for GoatVsFish. How about that? 100 verse American dollars. We'll get a drum lesson for GoatVsFish. And maybe then we live stream. Maybe we live stream the lessons. That would be a fun versus. You would love that, wouldn't you? To live stream the lessons of GoatVsFish. We think you would. BBDH187 winning the bloop on GoatVsFish. 100 versus American dollar drum lessons would have to be one of the best drummers in the game. Well, we're pondering it. We have GoatVsFish remembered that when we were seeking guitar lessons, that there were some who were charging like 80 an hour. We suppose it depends. On how great they are. There's also transportation to consider. So we suppose we could say 80 versus American dollars. 80 for a drum lesson. 80? What? 50? GoatVsFish doesn't know. 60? 50 versus American dollars? Maybe just 50, because GoatVsFish would cover the other part of the verses. But Lord Saturn would know. Lord Saturn would know. What would your expectation be in Los Angeles? Lord Saturn. Drum lesson. What do you suspect? What do you suspect? What do you suspect? We are willing to negotiation. When I took some lessons from one of the best drummers in the game, I was paying 50 versus American dollars. In Los Angeles might be a bit more. Might be. There's also transportation. To consider. And when were you taking these lessons? Because there's been a lot of fensflation now, too. Hi-Fi Protege says, I can teach you. Hi-Fi Protege says, I can teach you. A fair versus, says Hi-Fi Protege. A fair versus. You did. You taught, Hi-Fi Protege taught us this versus, taught us a blast beat this versus. Hi-Fi Protege taught us a blast beat this versus. That could be fun. GoatVsFish was thinking of getting an electronic drum kit of our own. And then what we could do, we could set up 2 simultaneous drum kits in the studio of GoatVsFish, and we could have drum lessons on GoatVsFish with double drum kits. We were thinking of doing that. We found a drum kit for under 500 versus American dollars, a similar type of kit. With one critical verses. The drummer for the Conscious Outlaws said, here's if you want to get a cheap starter digital kit, they recommended this verses. And the main verses about it was that on the kick instead of kicking into nothing, it has a very small like fence post. So when you're doing the kick, you're getting a little bit of pushback. Just enough to feel something in the verses. A trigger pad. Nothing. 20 verses ago, you were charging 40 for a 2-hour sax lesson. Well, that's 20 verses ago. 20 verses ago. That's a long verses ago. That's right up my verses. Yes, indeed. Space Coyote, are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? Here we are. It's a simple versus, it's a humble versus. BBDH187 with another marble win with the bloop for Fish. Fish have been winning the marble races here. Let's check the YouTube poll. Let's check the YouTube poll. Goat domination with 33% of the vote. Fish domination with 33% of the vote. Goat and Fish, unification and fence sitting. It's a split versus. If someone wants to get on YouTube and vote, if someone wants to get on YouTube and vote in the YouTube poll, the versus is not over. We'll give you a minute. Next vote takes it. Vote for Goat, vote for Fish. It's a split versus. Rent Stallion wants unification. Celebration. We're seeing emotes happening. And Goat domination. Goat gets a vote. Grandmaster on Fish. W-Fish. Grandmaster on W-Fish. Hi-Fi Protege voted. Hi-Fi Protege goated. Well then, Goat get a versus. Goat get a poll. Goat get a versus for the YouTube poll. Congratulations, Goat. Goat are not leaving this with no verses. Grandmaster Ong, do you seek? You are the Dom vote, yes. High Vibe Protege, do you seek? High Vibe Protege, Goat versus Fish. Nice versus Psychic Buckeye. Nice versus Psychic Buckeye versus that vote for a Goat. Versus that vote for a Goat. Grandmaster Ong, do you seek unification or do you seek versus? Do you seek unification or do you seek versus? Last time we asked you, you posted hearts. You posted hearts in the congregation. High Vibe Protege made it home. Celebration. It's always nice to be home. It's always nice to be home. It's always nice to be home. Because as we have it here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fish, 4 are for unification, and 3 Goat for the verses. So that's a versus for fish. We have 300 bits from Tyrus and a subscription. That's bits, that's subscriptions. 3 marble wins for fish, 1 pole win for Goat, 1 marble win for unification as well, 1 marble win for unification as well. The cricket, the fish continue their domination, and the cricket goes to fish. The cricket goes to fish. The cricket goes to fish. There were 3 Goat callers. As a matter of verses, there were 3 Goat callers, so we're going to give a versus for Goat just for having callers, just for calling in. We're giving a bonus versus for Goat. What if every caller earned a versus just for calling in to Goat versus Fish? You could ponder this. That could entice callers. That could entice callers to call in. Every scholar indeed. Yes, keep reminding Goat versus Fish about the scholars of Goat versus Fish. But the fish win the verses. The fish win the cricket, the trophies of fish. The trophies of fish continue to grow. The trophies of fish continue to grow. The fish do triumph. The fish do triumph over the Goat. This has been your 94th morning motivational, and we appreciate you joining Goat versus Fish. The fish do triumph. The fish do triumph. The Goat called in. The Goat called in. They called in and discussed their plans for future organization in climbing Mount Fuji. But until such triumphs have been achieved, the fish have won again, increasing their streak to 2. Increasing their streak to 2. We had fun on this morning motivation. We're liking the call-ins. We're liking the call-ins. We're going to keep doing call-ins, Goat and Fish. We like having conversations with you. We like having conversations with you. One's in the congregation for those of you who like a nice call-in with Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish. Uncle Bo Radiation, Goat versus Fish with 3. Uncle Bo Radiation, Goat versus Fish with 3. Appreciation, the Uncle Bo Goat. Uncle Bo raids with 3. A party of Goat enters the verses for 3 with Radiation for Goat. A shout out for Uncle Bo. If you're not following the Uncle Bo, follow the Uncle Bo very much now. That does mean another verses for Goat. That does mean another verses for Goat with 3 radiation points for Goat. 3 radiation points for Goat, but it's not enough to overcome. It's not enough to overcome the fish. It is not enough to overcome those fish. Ah, practice drum kit, just pads. Oh, that's a true versus. Practice pads, practice pads. That is a fair versus. You could just have practice pads. How very obvious. A shout out for the Uncle Bo Follow the Uncle Bo. Follow the Uncle Bo. The Uncle Bo. Welcome to Goat vs. Fish. We had some callers. The Uncle Bo, your glorious support for Goat vs. Fish. It means so much to Goat vs. Fish. But we've got Bird Brain. We've got Bird Brain coming soon. We've got Bird Brain coming soon. So please allow Goat vs. Fish to show appreciation to none other than the glorious patrons of Goat vs. Fish. Our most appreciation. Donors at patreon.com/GoatVsFish. Ben Birdperson, The Quacksnader, Jimmy Wrench, Mama Joe, Brahma Joe, Standard Average, Tuggerugger, Hogrim, Eldergrown, Uberkitten, Padistador, Eventually Gold, Prism Bloom, Psychic Buckeye 12, Drew, and Hi-Fi Protege, The Elite Humble Congregation, Lord Saturn, Karmic, Prue Lawrence, Atro, Sourdough, Watt 9807, That One Bulk Guy, Napoleon Doom, The Unification Congregation, I Can Fix Amber Heard, Lysergic Fish. This may have been the first verses in as many moons that Goat vs. Fish. We're scanning the verses now. Has Goat vs. Fish, Mad Paperboy, welcome back to Goat vs. Fish. Has Goat vs. Fish heard from I Can Fix Amber Heard even once this verses? Joy Life alert. Goat vs. Fish doesn't see it. Goat vs. Fish does not see an I Can Fix Amber Heard chat in this versus. We don't see it. We don't see it. We don't see it. Beware the fence sitter. So join patreon.com/GoatVsFish. Every versus, we implore you to join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish. It's the best way to support Goat vs. Fish. But we do not just implore you to join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish because we hope you join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish. We also implore you to join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish in celebration of those who already have. In celebration of those who have joined the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish. We ask you to join too. This has been your morning motivational of Goat vs. Fish, the 94th morning motivational of Goat vs. Fish. If you can, come to Los Angeles. Come to Los Angeles this 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. And visit Goat vs. Fish here in Encino, Los Angeles. Enjoy us and join us for the Temple of Goat vs. Fish consecration, unification, celebration. Another great motivational, crazy awesome. You're crazy awesome to Goat vs. Fish. So YouTube viewers, we'll see you on the next verses. We'll see you on the next verses, YouTube. We'll see you on the next verses. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Ooh, where in the Uncle Bo in Encino? Encino, the Uncle Bo, are you going to join Goat vs. Fish in Encino? Encino, Los Angeles? Not this weekend, but the following one for Goat vs. Fish? Please come to the temple, enjoy some inebriation, enjoy some celebration. You'll try as you might. Well, you'll have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all to do it. It's going to be a big hole. We're going to be celebrationing all verses. We'll see you, YouTube. You doing something tonight? Goat vs. Fish is doing something tonight. Goat vs. Fish will be at a place called The Dime at around 8 p.m. At around 8 p.m. we'll be at The Dime just across the street from Cantor's Delicatessen. tonight. I wish I was closer. I wish you were closer too. The fish to triumph! The fish to triumph! Sorry, Lucid Nap. The cricket goes fish.